Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's review, we're taking a look at the Hunter x Hunter Gon, or Hunter Hunter Gon, for those who don't say the X, from s.h. Figuarts. And this is a long time coming. This is one of my most wanted lines for Tamashii Nations to tackle because Figma never completed theirs, and now they're super expensive and they don't want to reissue them. But yeah, so the front of the box just has a picture of Gon and then a little picture of him up here, and then you can see a lot of what the figure comes with through the window. On the side, another picture of Gon, and then the Hunter Hunter logo. Then on the back, a lot of poses you can get him into. Gon up here with his name written in the language they use in Hunter Hunter. Some more language up here in that different kind of dialect, which is really cool. So they kind of went all out with this box in the packaging. And then you see Killua here, who he's coming, I think, next month, if I'm not mistaken. So super excited to have the duo. But let's stop talking about the box and get him open. And here he is out of the box, out of the packaging, and first impressions, I gotta say, he is super adorable. I don't think I've ever called an action figure that before, but he really is. Looks like he stepped right out of the anime, right out of the manga pages, and that's pretty awesome. On the camera, it does show that, you know, his skin tone's a little more like olive or has a little bit more red in it, but he is kind of pale in person, so keep that in mind. They did a good job on his outfit. The nice silver there on the buckle, nicely painted orange. There's a little paint slop up here on the collar, and then most of it is green. His boots look really nice. This is a figure that's made in Vietnam, so of course that is cause for worry because those factories that Tamashii Nations has sometimes have a lot of trouble with quality assurance, but so far mine is pretty good. So for his articulation, he looks up real high. Looks up very far, which is very nice. He can look down pretty well. He doesn't really need to look down on anyone. I don't think anyone's really shorter than him. He has nice side-to-side head tilt, and then of course he can look all kinds of directions. His neck is also on a ball joint, which is nice for articulation. His arms go up very high, which is great. Then he does have butterfly joints. And because his chest is a soft piece, they can get in pretty far. He does have a bicep swivel up here, double jointed elbows, and then ball jointed wrists. And if you're wondering, he can put his arms back pretty far. For the ab crunch, going back about that much, coming forward about that much because he could have more. He does have side to side pivot, and of course he can twist all over the place, so that's pretty good. For the legs, he can do the full splits. Pretty good. He can kick forward about that much. He has double jointed knees, which are really good. He can definitely kick his own butt with that. And his thigh swivel is on a ball joint, so you can kind of spin this around. It's not loose, it's not super tight, and it feels great, so you can definitely get some extra range out of that. And then the boot does not have a swivel, but his toe does go down all the way, up all the way. It does have a really nice ankle rocker, and then you do get the toe joint right there. So his articulation is awesome, everything you'd want for a Gon figure, because he's, you know, super athletic, jumping all over the place. Definitely does not slow down. But let's see if his accessories match how good his articulation is. So for accessories, Gon comes with quite a lot, and Tamashii Nations really came out the gate swinging. So for the first faceplate he comes with is looking off to the side and kind of angry, or at least more serious than normal. And then this faceplate is his angry faceplate, where he's about to, you know, lay the smack down pretty much, or punch you. And then you have this faceplate, which is awesome, the tongue sticking out, just happy, silly, Gon. And then you've got another smiling faceplate, which is awesome. So 2 serious and 2 smiley, definitely like that spread. And then for hands, he's going to come with one hand that's kind of like in a cupping position, which is basically to, when he's powering up his, like rock, paper, scissors fist, or Jajan-ken, he'll like cup his other hand while he's charging up his nen, which is pretty cool. And then he's got these 2-finger salute hands, or just one hand of this. He does not come with a pair, which is pretty cool. This is for the sword. And then you have the peace signs. He does have a pair of peace signs, which is pretty cool. He has a pair of these grabby hands. These do have mold lines on them, so that's one of the quality assurance issues, you know, that plague the Vietnam factories, unfortunately, but it's a nicely sculpted hand at least. And then he has kind of like a relaxed hand or reaching out hand or whatever you want to use his hand for. He has a pair of those. His final accessories are the sword that he comes with, so like the Nin sword when he does, I think this is scissors. So that looks really cool, nice gradient of orange to the yellow and then orange on the ends. And then he has his rock, which is really, really nice. And on the inside, you see you just put his fist in there. So let me slap that in there. And you'll feel it when it goes in. So now he has his punch fist on, which is pretty cool. Yeah, these accessories are awesome. I hope they keep up this momentum for every other figure they decide to do from Hunter x Hunter in this line. But let's move on to some size comparisons. And for size comparisons, here he is standing next to a Tonsen Art Toys Goku with bike and a s.h. Figuarts Daima Vegeta. And I just think it's hilarious that Vegeta is shorter than Gon. But I think that the scaling with Gon and Goku, you know, minus proportion-wise because his head's big, he's a kid, kind of looks good. So this will be a fun kind of display option for you to have for him to kind of meet all the other Shonen Jump heroes. And then here he is next to some Jada offerings. So we have Jada Toys Chun-Li and then Jada Toys Blanca. Again, I think this looks really good for domestic figures. He can definitely work into these lines as well. And then here he is standing next to a NECA Leonardo from the movie, and then just a normal s.h. Figuarts Super Saiyan full power Goku, just so you can see what he looks like next to a non-third party Goku figure. Again, I still think that this scaling is pretty good, and it'll definitely look, you know, fun in any kind of photography. And last but not least, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Iron Man and a Marvel Legends animated series Spider-Man. Again, he's kid size compared to these Marvel Legends figures, so I definitely think this will work out. So if you want him hanging out with Spidey and Iron Man, you can definitely do that. So for my final thoughts, definitely grab this guy. I mean, if you're a Hunter x Hunter fan, if you just want to see the line continue so your actual favorite character can get made, definitely pick him up and pick up Killua as well. He's probably going to be just as good. But yeah, I mean, Tamashii Nations killed it. Like, this is definitely the best Hunter x Hunter figures we're probably ever going to get. Sorry, Figma. I think this one kind of blows those out of the water, and I know those were so long ago. Hopefully we get the, you know, the main quartet, and then, you know, we get everybody else, all the villains that we never got, you know, with Figma. They didn't really go that far. I think they literally stopped at Kurapika, I believe. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what figure you would want from this line and who you're really looking forward to. Honestly, I'm pretty interested in how they'd pull off a Crollo. I hope it would be like a soft goods coat, or really, really, really soft plastic if they have to make it plastic. But yeah, definitely excited for where this line goes in the future. And hope it blows up just like the Dragon Ball one. Again, thank you guys as always for watching. Please take care and have a great rest of your day.